In Sydney, Customs and Border Protection officers are conducting a bag search of a man who is returning home to Australia after visiting family in Nigeria.
Did you buy this watch when you were over there?
Yes.
How much did you pay for it? And the passenger is travelling from Nigeria, and we just want to have a look at his belongings, what he has maybe purchased over there or bought back.
But the passenger seems very reluctant to answer questions about his trip.
Who's your family over there? Just mum and dad, or where does your family live?
They live in Nigeria.
Sorry?
They live in my country, Nigeria.
Nigeria. So were you there the whole time, or did you travel about?
I was there the whole time.
Okay. How long have you lived in Australia?
Over 10 years.
How long?
Over 10 years.
As the search continues, the passenger becomes increasingly agitated.
Is this African phone or Australian? No, he's not going to answer me. Why aren't you answering my questions?
Because I'm getting pissed with what you guys are doing.
All right, well, if you don't want to answer my questions, then we're just going to...
This is ridiculous, man. What are you doing?
It's not ridiculous. We do this every day.
Of course it is. Am I being targeted or something?
No, you're not being targeted. There's searches going on all the time here.
But then Officer Maria uncovers something which may explain the passenger's reluctance to cooperate.
What is this? Flower. What do you use it for?
And this is your signatures?
Yes.
And you read and understood all the questions on the card?
Yeah.
Yes? You've declared the food here and you showed me the food. Where's the food that you have?
Little.
Little food?
Little.
Which bags?
Not much, just
Not much food, okay. Show me. So it's just little food like this, okay. So
In quarantine, a family has declared a small amount of food to officers.
Just a moment, please. Excuse me, just a moment.
But an X-ray of
That's the
their
first
bag
thing.
shows there may be a lot more.
The X-ray image shows several large suitcases with food or organic material, and they've said no more food. So I'm going to ask them the questions on their passenger cards, ask them about the other two bags. If they've said they've got no food and we open it up and there is food and there's a large quantity of the food, and depending if it's prohibited, then we'll take further action. Did you pack the bags yourself?
Yeah.
And you know what's inside all the bags?
Yeah.
And everything belongs to you?
Yeah.
And this is the only food, little food that you have?
Yeah.
Is that correct? Can we open this bag, please?
What's the problem?
No problem, we just need to inspect your bag, sir. What's this one here? Tea?
Yeah.
I asked you before about food. You said you're a little food,
Yeah.
and you said no food in here.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
But it's tea, not food.
Tea is usually allowed, but it must always be declared.
What's this?
This food is tea.
It's food. More food? There's some more food. More food. More food.
In immigration, a New Zealand man is being interviewed by officers.
So tell me, why have you come to Australia today?
To visit family, and there could be a job here for me.
He arrived at the primary line hoping to apply for a special category visa, which is available to most New Zealand citizens arriving in Australia.
So what would your profession be?
I'm a certified scaffolder.
Once a special category visa is granted, a New Zealander is free to work and live in Australia as a permanent resident. But there are a few requirements which must be met.
Okay, and to be eligible for that, you have to be of a good character.
Okay.
Okay, and that's what we're here for. Okay.
I'm an honest person.
Yeah, okay.
But immigration has obtained information from Interpol and Officer Aruna knows the man is not as honest as he claims to be. On arrival, he completed a declaration stating his only criminal conviction was for drink driving.
On the declaration, okay, you've declared that you had a drink driving offence, and you were sentenced to.
I'm not too sure how long I was sentenced for.
Imprisonment.
I was sentenced for imprisonment. Yes.
Okay. Is there any other information that you want to declare on this declaration?
I think there might have been one for common assault, domestic assault.
And so why haven't you declared that on here?
Well, I'm declaring it now.
You did, okay.
Customs and Border Protection officers have just uncovered an unusual package in this man's belongings.
Flour. What is it?
A swab test is carried out to see if the package contains any traces of narcotics.
What is it?
Custard.
Huh?
Custard.
What's that?
Custard powder.
Why are you bringing that back for? You can buy it here.
If you want to eat the one from my country.
The swab test is negative, but more packages of what the man claims is food from Nigeria have been found. They're not commercially packaged, and the man isn't happy when he discovers there's a chance it will have to be seized by quarantine.
That is the food that I give to my children. That is the food that I brought in this country many times. You are telling me that Nigerians can bring in their food. That's what you are saying. What am I going to feed my children? Something else?
What's this?
This food is tea.
It's food. More food. More food.
In Sydney, quarantine officers have discovered these passengers have much more food than they originally declared.
What's this one?
I
understand what you know what this is, don't you? What's this? What's this? This is bird's nest. You didn't declare this to me.
Bird's nest is made from the saliva of an Asian swallow, and it is regarded as one of the world's most expensive foods. But it also has a high quarantine risk.
Because it's a byproduct from an animal, it could have any kind of biological diseases, unknown diseases, avian influenza from birds. It comes in this gift pack, so I'd say that's probably $2,000 or $3,000.
And now Officer Greg has found something that is definitely prohibited and even more unusual than the bird's nest.
What's inside this one?
New Zealander has admitted to immigration that he has had criminal convictions in the past.
So you're saying that the only two offences you remember is a drink driving and the assault?
Yes.
But the list seems to be growing.
And burglary. Which was...
So it's another one, is it?
He is hoping to be granted a special category visa, which allows New Zealanders to work and live in Australia, but only if certain requirements are met.
Okay, any other declarations?
No, I'm not. I don't think there's anything else after that I know of, that I can recall.
One of the conditions of a special category visa is that a person is of good character and must not have been sentenced to more than 12 months in prison.
Now the burglary, what year would that have been?
Gosh, that was when I was a bit younger. That was probably about 2000 and maybe 3.
2003?
You know, that's just, I'm just guessing the estimates. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while.
Okay, and what was the outcome of that? What was the sentence imposed?
Imprisonment.
But the passenger is unaware that immigration had prior knowledge of his criminal history.
And we did receive an Interpol check back from New Zealand.
Okay.
Okay, and we found the following. Convictions. Now, in your declaration, you only indicated one. After further conducting an interview, you indicated further 2 more, but this Interpol checks tells me more than that. We expect people to be honest.
Customs and Border Protection have called quarantine over to inspect unidentified food, and this passenger is now becoming upset that his packages may have to be seized.
That is the food that I give to my children. That is the food that I brought in this country many times. You are telling me that Nigerians can bring in their food. That's what you are saying.
No, it's not what I'm saying.
Then go and find out.
No, so what I'm saying is that unless I know exactly what this food is...
How am I going to explain it to you then? This is a cornstarch powder, cornstarch.
But I don't know that. Unless I have the box that has the ingredients on,
And I have to go and transport it from Nigeria and come and show you.
Okay, well, the options
Come
are...
on. Does other countries bring in their food into Australia?
They do.
Did you ask me to declare it? I declared it. That is a food.
Sir, just because you've declared it doesn't mean it's allowed in. We must...
Without a commercial label, officers have no way of knowing exactly what is in the packets or if the contents pose a quarantine risk.
There is a label there. It's written. The first one you took is written cornstarch powder. I'm not going to bring in the container because it's too big. What am I going to feed my children? Something else? I'm not going to allow you to take it, Maya. Seriously, I'm not going to allow you to take it.
Well, I am going to
who is your supervisor? If seriously I'm going to take you to court over this, I have to speak to your supervisor and I'm ready to do anything. I'm going to stand. You can test or do anything. I'm not going to allow you to take my food.
I'll call my supervisor.
Yeah, call your supervisor.
But if he doesn't calm down, the man may be dealing with a lot more than a supervisor. Immigration officers are trying to determine if this New Zealand man should be granted a visa to live and work in Australia. An Interpol check indicates he has a long and varied criminal history that he has only partially revealed to officers.
In total, do you know how much months or years you've served in prison?
That I've served in prison?
Yeah.
No, sorry, I don't. I know it's been a few months that I was in there, but I don't think it was more than a year. 9 months? 10 months?
If the passenger is found to have been sentenced to more than 12 months in prison for his offences, he will not qualify for a special category visa and may be returned to New Zealand.
What can you tell me about these offences?
You know, it's some of the stuff that I don't even think about anymore. You know, it was when I was younger, had a bit of a, but I'm trying to straighten out my life now and get my, excuse the language, shit together. And if my past makes me not get into this country, then that's the way it is, it's all my fault, I understand that. I know I've got a past and I'm not that person anymore,
Okay. We'll take that on board and I'll discuss that with my duty manager.
Yes.
And then we'll make a final decision as to whether you'll be allowed to enter Australia. Okay?
Thank you.
What's inside this one?
In quarantine, Officer Greggs found more unusual items in a passenger's luggage.
Okay. This is cordyceps, or winter worm.
Winter worm is a rare parasitic fungus that grows inside a caterpillar.
It's very, very expensive. It's used for medicinal purposes, but it is prohibited into Australia, and they haven't declared it. In my opinion, they knew what this was inside the bag. They obviously know the value of this, up to $2,000 or $3,000, and they just didn't declare it. And they were very adamant at the beginning. They just showed me a little food.
What's that?
So,
Little food.
all you have to be is truthful. When we ask you those questions and you answered yes on your card, and I said, show me the food. You show me just a little food. You have to show me all the food. So as a result, you'll be fined today of $220. Because the X-ray showed all these images, I knew there was more food in there, and they had every opportunity to declare it. And the passengers, they're kind of shrugging their shoulders, and I think they know that they didn't want us to see this.
I definitely have to take those goods, okay? They're not commercial.
I am not going to allow you. It is not
An
possible.
agitated passenger has brought back local food from Nigeria, but as it is not commercially labelled, Quarantine has no idea what the ingredients are, and this could pose a serious risk to Australia's biosecurity.
If I'm going to sue you, I will sue you. If I'm going to do anything, I will do. I'm not going to allow you to take my food. This is the food that I eat. This is not bad simply because I didn't bring in the container or whatever.
What is this one?
Custard powder. Bring hot water, I'll prepare it for you and I'll eat it here in front of you.
But when did the commercial level?
What?
Yeah,
This is Ogbono.
Despite the man's protests, the unlabelled food will not be allowed to cross the border. But he is not free to go. His extreme behaviour has made Customs and Border Protection officers suspicious, and they need to make sure none of the packages are concealing narcotics. So they decide to conduct further tests. This passenger is hoping to be granted a special category visa and start a new life in Australia, leaving his criminal past behind him. But first, officers must determine if he is of good character before allowing him to cross the border.
Because
Okay. Did he admit it to you how long has he been in prison?
Yeah, he said he's only stayed in prison twice, and he's saying that she spent about 6 months.
He has a number of criminal convictions he failed to declare. And if these add up to more than a 12-month sentence, he will not qualify for a special category visa and may be returned to New Zealand.
I will be pretty disappointed, and I think my family back home will be disappointed because they're all supportive of me going and trying to make something better for myself.
Now, immigration has made a decision.
After conducting the interview and also discussing the case with my supervisor and also the airport manager, we have made a decision. And the decision is to refuse your special category visa. And the reason is on the basis that you are a behaviour concerned non-citizen and you have criminal convictions for which the sentence, whether served or not, total 12 months imprisonment or more.
Yep.
Okay? Because of your criminal convictions. You need to be of good character to be granted that visa. Do you understand that?
I understand that.
Okay? Anything else, questions you want to ask?
So am I going to be sitting in this room until I get on the plane?
I'll let you know when the next
Could
available
I have a
flight is.
cigarette?
You
I
want
haven't
to
had a cigarette for a few hours now.
You can't have smoke inside here. It's a smoke
So you
free zone.
can't take me outside for a cigarette?
Oh no, we can't take you
That's
outside.
all I wanted.
Okay?
The Australian Federal Police are cautioning this passenger after he became extremely agitated when officers attempted to seize what he claims is food from Nigeria. While the man calms down, Customs and Border Protection officers are testing the packages to see if there are any narcotics present.
Just because he's quite angry about losing what was it, custard powder and breadcrumbs, it doesn't seem, why would you be so disappointed? So it could very well be suspicious.
The foodstuffs are first tested for cocaine.
And that's no.
Meanwhile, the passenger is frisked to make sure he is not concealing anything on his body. When all tests are completed and the frisk search and further drug testing prove negative, the passenger is free to go.
Our search is finished. All right.
We understand that there's some valid reasons for people to be less than pleased. They're tired, they've come a long way, they've got things to do, places to be. We understand that, but at the same time, they also need to be aware that there are certain risk assessment procedures in place to ensure the safety of the border.
Today in Sydney, officers become suspicious when a Vietnamese woman has an unusual reaction to the dog's presence.
As the dogs are coming at her, she stopped.
Yeah, no, she seemed a little bit hesitant.
Her body language changed completely.
But there is something else concerning the officers. The passenger tells them she is travelling alone, but her documentation says she is travelling with this woman.
Do you know this lady here?
She studied with me at the same school.
Okay. Did you travel together?
No.
When did you meet?
At the airport.
Okay.
Supervising Officer Nesta then asks the other woman if they know each other.
All right, g'day, how you going?
And she tells a very different story.
Do you know her?
Yes.
How do you know her?
Cousin.
Your cousin? So you grew up together? In Vietnam? Okay.
But the other passenger still says they are only friends from school.
Okay, so you only know her from school?
Yep.
She's not related to you? Is she family?
No.
Not family, no, not sister,
No.
not cousin?
No.
Officers need to find out why one of these women is lying.
I'm just going to have a look.
A flight from Lebanon's just landed at Sydney, and a passenger has aroused the suspicions of quarantine officer Alex.
I noticed that when he was in the line, he was sweating. That did allude to me that he may be concealing something.
The man says he's got nothing to declare, but then he makes a surprising admission.
Did you pack your bags yourself?
No.
No, you didn't pack your bags?
My mum packed my bags.
Your mum packed your bags? Okay, do you know what's inside of your bags? Were you there with her?
No, it wasn't me.
You weren't there with her? So you know.
Anything in there.
So you know nothing of what's inside of your bags today?
No.
Nothing at all?
No. Apart from there should be little bags of perfume.
Little bags of perfume?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you know that they're in there if you don't know what's inside?
Because I handed it to her to pack it in the bag.
Okay, we'll have a quick look. Okay, do you know what it's made out of? Is it made from a tree?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think they're made in a laboratory.
But if the strange substance can't be identified, it may have to be seized, and that's not an option for this passenger.
I booked a plane ticket to go to the other side of the world just to buy this.
Okay.
That's my only concern. You can have everything in the bag. You can have everything. That's the only concern. Because this is not found in Australia.
Where did you work?
Cairns.
You worked in Cairns?
Yeah,
okay.
Cairns.
What was you doing? Fruit picking or?
Papaya.
All right.
On the Gold Coast, these two Japanese tourists have aroused immigration suspicions as to why they've returned to the country.
We had two passengers that have previously been on a working holiday here in Australia. They stayed here for a year last year. They've now come back 2 months later, just saying they're here for a 3-month holiday. And in searching her bag, we found there's a lot of professional hairdressing equipment, which may indicate that she's likely to work here on a tourist visa, which she's not allowed to do. We haven't yet undertaken a search with him. He's in the same profession as what she is. We just need to see what's in his bag as well to see what they're doing.
It's not just the hairdressing equipment that leads immigration to believe they're here to work. Officer David finds another piece of damning evidence.
I've also found a business card from a hairdresser's in Melbourne. We're going to give them a call. It's highly questionable based on the evidence that we have that they're genuine tourists, But until we get the full picture from everyone concerned, we can then make a decision. Do you speak little English? A little?
Yeah, a little.
Good. My concern is you want to come here to work. So in those 3 months, what are you going to do?
I want to learn English. I want to see many plays.
Yeah? Is your girlfriend going to do the same?
Yes.
Will you work?
No, I don't work 3 months.
You know that?
Yeah.
Okay, you wait there. I'll be back and see you in a minute, okay? Okay.
So if he knows he can't work, why does he have his hairdressing equipment? At Sydney Airport, one of these two women is lying to Customs and Border Protection about the nature of their relationship.
That girl over there says that they're cousins and they've been travelling together.
Really?
I'm going to go and confirm that in a
Okay.
second, but that's what she says.
Whereas this passenger says they are merely friends travelling separately.
How do you know this lady? How do you know her? When did you meet?
When
Yeah.
we study the same school
How long have you been studying at the same school for?
until now.
Okay, that's 2 years.
Yep.
So do you know her family? You never met her family? Never. Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Positive? Tell me the truth. Don't lie to me.
Don't lie.
Yeah. This lady tells me that your cousins,
Yeah.
family,
Huh?
you
Yeah.
two are family. Are you family?
Family.
Yep.
Yep.
The woman has finally admitted that they are cousins.
I'll be back in a moment, all right, and then I'll have a conversation.
But the pair's
with the lady.
inconsistent stories and frequent travel movements between Vietnam and Australia means officers need to ask more questions.
Just turn this way. Turn this way. Don't speak to her, please.
Australian Customs and Border Protection cooperates with customs and law enforcement agencies all over the world in the constant battle against the importation of illegal goods and substances.
I think this is the container. Yeah.
Today, officers in Melbourne are acting on intelligence about a shipment from China.
Now we're looking for 2 pieces.
Yep. 7210. That looks like it. They're both in here. We'll grab this one out first.
Okay.
An X-ray will determine if the crate actually contains the items listed on the Customs Import Declaration.
It's declared as a water pump. So it appears to be in a wooden crate. You can see the crate. That looks very clear. It's a water tank. We've got the motor here.
We'll play for the image. That's a bit that's of concern, isn't it? But,
It is.
well, obviously there's something there that we might have to have a look at. So,
It looks very organic in this housing.
yeah. It may just turn out to be some sort of filter and it may be granulated or something, but on that image, it really looks suspicious.
The paperwork on the crate appears to be genuine.
If it was going to a person and they're importing a pump, that would look a bit suspicious, but it seems to be going to a company. And at this stage, just looking at it, it's a tool company, so it seems legitimate enough.
The second crate load looks almost identical.
Yeah, seems to be the same pump and it's got the same anomaly.
So if it's in one, it's in the other.
Yeah.
So we'll take it back to the office and have a look at it.
Quarantine officer Alex has found 3 small bags of an unidentified substance in the luggage of a passenger from Lebanon.
Okay, what you do with that is, when you go home, you get a bowl, and you get a charcoal, and you just put it on there, and it creates a fragrance in the house. That's all it's used for.
On closer inspection, it's a good find for Officer Alex.
So it is very fibrous, and there are these quite solid bits inside of it. And some bark. There's bark there. Bark is prohibited because of fungal spores. This may be a seed here, I'm not entirely sure. It may be a viable seed, so it might be able to actually grow if you were to plant it. It may have been expensive for him to buy it, but it is unidentified plant material. We don't know the diseases that it may carry.
Well, I paid $100 US a sachet. So there's about 10, 15 grams. That's $300.
You can post it back to Lebanon. Okay, it will cost you to post it back. Obviously not much, it isn't very heavy. You can post it back. If it is valuable to you, if it does cost a lot of money, you can send it back to family overseas.
There's no point in me posting it back because it'll be of no use to them.
All right, so you're happy for it to go in the bin today?
Yeah, you can take everything in the bin.
The man will be leaving without his precious perfume, but he remains philosophical.
Rules are rules, mate.
These two hairdressers have immigration questioning why they're back in Australia. But now they've come across some documents that may give them their answer.
The gentleman's got a form, which is, it's termed as what they say is regional work. And if they work in an area in a particular industry or trade, then that will meet the criteria in order to be able to get a second working holiday visa. And from the documentation we've got here, it would appear that he's done sufficient time in order to be able to do that. We're just a little bit puzzled as to why he hasn't applied for it already, because he's come here on a visa which doesn't allow him to work. And there's every indication that he's going to work as soon as he gets here from all the items that he has on him.
I want to stay a long time.
Yes?
Yeah, that's why I applied ETA first.
Yes?
And then when almost finish ETA, I'll apply second visa.
Right, so you're going to do 3 months on holiday.
Yeah.
And then do second working holiday.
Yeah.
So when will you apply, do you think?
Yeah, I'll apply.
After 2 months?
Yeah. Maybe I'll apply 2 months later.
Okay.
Yeah.
He seems to be a legitimate tourist, but immigration need to be sure he will not work before he gets his new visa.
I am going to still try and phone the employer, but he said he knows that he can't work until he gets his working holiday visa. So I can put it to him. He's saying he's coming to work for you. Can you tell me when he's starting?
Yeah.
If he has work booked, this means he intends to breach his visa conditions and his visa will be cancelled.
I'm an immigration officer at the Gold Coast Airport. How are you?
Are you family?
Family?
Yep.
After initially denying a fellow passenger was her cousin, these two women's stories are finally matching up. Now officers need to find out if the woman lied to them because she has something to hide.
Why did you tell me she's your friend and that you only met her 2 years ago?
Because I don't know how I can talk with you. Like, because her family and my mom, like,
Not like each other. Yeah. But you should have told me that from the beginning.
But it's not just the women's conflicting stories that have raised suspicions.
Okay. Also notice that in your passport you have a lot of movements that are very close together. Okay.
Because my mom feels sick, very sick, and my grandmother feels sick, and she called for me, she cried, and she won't see me last time. That's why.
Officer Nesta is not convinced. He suspects the two women may be concealing narcotics.
I'm going to ask you some personal questions now.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's in relation to drugs. Okay. Have you ever been involved with any drugs?
No.
Have you taken any drugs before? Do you know anyone who has taken drugs before?
I'm a student now. I can know.
Have you ever? Has anyone asked you to bring any drugs inside your body? No.
You can check me.
Check you?
Yeah.
That's one option we have. We'll keep going with this one. We'll do swabs and everything.
Now a swab test will be carried out on both women's bags to see if they have been in contact with any narcotics. These two passengers have admitted they're here to work, but understand they can't until they have their working visas.
I need to ensure that he's going to give himself enough time to be able to apply for this visa and able to stay in Australia while that application is being processed, and that visa is granted prior to his current visa expiring.
He's admitted he'll be working for a former employer, so David calls to find out when he'll be starting.
You haven't spoken to him then about coming back to work for you? You have or you haven't? You haven't spoken to him? Okay, all right. That's okay, thank you. Bye. They know him.
To make his final decision, David speaks with his supervisor.
I spoke to the salon themselves, they weren't sure. They said that they'd like to have him back, but they weren't aware that he was coming back. Based upon that, we can't really pursue this any further.
No, we haven't got enough to proceed
No,
to...
I think it's okay to let him in today and just advise him not to be working on his tourist visa.
Yep, that's right.
Okay. We will allow you to enter Australia today for your holiday.
Yeah.
But I must say to you now, you must not work until you get working holiday visa.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
If you do, you will get sent back to Japan.
Yeah, I know.
And you will not be allowed to come into Australia for 3 years.
Yeah.
Do you fully understand?
Yeah.
That's good.
Keep going with this one, with these swabs and everything.
These two women are cousins travelling from Vietnam, and officers are concerned they may be attempting to smuggle narcotics into the country. Although the swab test is negative, Supervisor Nestor is still suspicious that something is going on.
Do you know anybody who has used drugs? Never asked to swallow drugs before? Never been involved with drugs? You don't know?
Yes.
Or...
I don't lie.
I'm not saying you're lying. Why would you say that?
The decision is made to elevate the investigation.
Okay, taking a look at where you've been and how often you travel, I have some concerns that you may be carrying something of customs interest on your body, okay? And that is including drugs, heroin, cocaine, okay? So I'm going to detain you for the purposes of a frisk search.
The women are taken to private interview rooms where they will be questioned further and frisked to determine if they are concealing any narcotics on their bodies.
Times for me, ladies, please.
In Melbourne, Customs and Border Protection officers are investigating 2 suspicious water pumps imported from China.
Okay, we've brought this package back. There seems to be an anomaly in the X-ray, so what we're going to do is take it apart and have a look and see if we can find anything and find out what that anomaly is.
I'll grab some tools and we'll open this up.
Yeah, good idea. So I can't see anything obvious here that seems to be tampered with, so we'll have to pull it apart. Luckily, we've got some screws there that some bolts we can undo, so we'll probably be able to have a look in there without doing too much damage, just in case it's a legitimate importation. It's coming off quite easily, so that might suggest it's been opened before. If there's anything in here, it should be under here.
That's carbon paper.
I think there should be carbon paper in there. Let's put the X-ray off, I suppose.
There's definitely something in Hart's side. It's very heavy. Oh, look at that.
These 2 women frequently travel between Vietnam and Australia.
Push your trolley. Bring your trolley in.
One initially denied that they were family, and officers suspect...
Walk in, thanks.
They may be attempting to smuggle narcotics into the country.
So we're just assessing for an internal.
But before being sent to the hospital for an X-ray, both women request to use the toilet. They must use a controlled toilet. This way, officers can ensure the women are not attempting to dispose of any narcotics they may be carrying internally. After both women use the controlled toilet, officers are confident they are not concealing any narcotics.
At this stage, we're more swayed to be releasing the passengers from the airport today.
While it is still unclear why the women lied to officers in the beginning, with all swab tests and a frisk search proving negative, the 2 passengers are free to go.
We are now finished with our inquiries and you are free to go. You can go home. We do have concerns when people start having conflicting stories. We have to continue on with our investigations until we can satisfy ourselves that we've followed every avenue and make sure that they didn't pose a threat for our community.
It's very heavy. Oh, look at that.
In Melbourne, Customs and Border Protection officers have opened up one of 2 suspicious water pumps imported from China.
What does it say?
Tylenol cold tablets and some other tablets as well.
It's actually capsules, yeah, and tablets in there.
I didn't see them.
2 different types. And this one's marked with contact NT.
These flu tablets contain ephedrine and they can use that in the manufacture of things like speed, amphetamines and stuff like that. So obviously they're very difficult to get in Australia in such quantities, so they've probably worked out that they can import them and like this and then make their drugs. It's a pretty big find, yeah. There's got to be thousands in there. What we'll do at this stage is we'll take an atomiser test and we'll just see what that comes up with, because even though it says it's Tylenol, we don't know what it actually is. It could be anything.
The atomiser test can detect even minute samples of a wide variety of illicit substances.
Ephedrine.
Not good.
The 2 pumps are handed over to the Customs and Border Protection Investigation Section for further examination and inquiries into the importation. When the investigations unit opened up the pumps, they found 7.2 kilograms of pseudoephedrine. In Brisbane, Customs and Border Protection officers have been alerted by Quarantine that an X-ray of 2 statues showed some inconsistencies which require further investigation.
Which ones are your bags? Those 2?
A family returning from a holiday in the Philippines say they bought the statues from a local temple.
They're not overly heavy at all. Solid on the outside.
Officer Craig will X-ray the items to see if they contain anything suspicious. The X-ray clearly shows 2 unidentified masses inside the statues that could possibly be prohibited items.
Just trying to determine what potentially these shapes inside the statues could possibly be. It's right in the body of them. Like a lot of times if they were weighted, they'd be weighted more toward the base.
A swab is taken to test for traces of narcotics.
Well, there's something inside on the X-ray that we just need to look into a little bit further. So we're not actually too sure at this stage. So we've got a reading for MDMA.
Sydney, a family visiting Australia hasn't declared anything on their incoming passenger cards. But that's at odds with what the X-ray shows.
We've got a family of 4 coming from Saudi Arabia, and they've got numerous bags, but 2 of them in particular attention that we need to have a look at.
Officer Greg will need to inspect the passenger's luggage, but he may not get the chance.
They're leaving. Excuse me. Carry on with this one? Okay. Yeah, they're going. All right. You want to... Okay, you want to... Yes. I need to ask a question. Sometimes we need to... with pride inspections. Yes. Okay. Are these your cards?
Yes, my name.
And your signature? Did you read and understand all the questions on the cards?
I don't know anything.
They have nothing to declare? No. Okay, so these are your bags?
This is my bag.
Did you pack the bags yourself?
Uh-huh.
Did you pack the bags yourself? Did you? And you know what's inside all the bags?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, can I have this bag and this bag up here, please?
When their bags are opened, Greg discovers they are in fact filled with food.
Why did you tick no?
I didn't know what it means for food. I mean,
Okay, I asked you, do you understand the question? You said yes. And it says, do you have any food?
Any food, yeah.
Include dry, fresh, preserved, cooked or uncooked. Any food. You said no.
All not cooking. Some people make cooking and put in the baggage.
It says...
But maybe I may be confused. Sorry, I may be confused.
You must tell me if you don't understand before I open the bag. Not after I open the bag and then I find food and then suddenly you don't understand the card.
Ah, I see.
I find that very hard to believe. Do you understand?
Nothing because totally, because I didn't know what the regulation here, because this is the first time I come here.
That doesn't matter.
All the time, go anywhere, no, and
well, it doesn't matter everywhere you go, you say no, no, no.
Yeah, sometimes.
Well, say no, no now is definitely no, no for you. Do you understand?
At Broken Hill, in the far west of New South Wales, immigration officers from 3 states have assembled for a major compliance operation.
Primary mission, as always, is to safely execute a Section 251 Migration Act search warrant with the aid of New South Wales Police, Victorian Compliance and South Australian Compliance. Menindee Lakes is well known for producing table grapes, so at this time of year there's a large number of itinerant workers in the Menindee Lakes region. All right, so this is where we'll be coming into the property from. Team 1, you've got these 4 huts up the top here. Team 2, you've got these 4 down in the centre. And Team 3, you've got these buildings here. The operation will happen tomorrow. We'll execute the warrant at 4:30 Central Standard Time.
That's 4:30 a.m.
Everyone into the vehicles, let's do it.
The convoy sets off long before dawn.
3:15 in the morning. The reason we have to conduct it so early is the workers will be starting work very early in the morning. We're about an hour's drive from the place we're going to be conducting the operation. It's quite a big operation. We're expecting about 80 to 100 persons to be present at the site, all of which will have to be checked and have their identities verified.
In Brisbane, a swab test of 2 statues from the Philippines has come up positive for MDMA, a chemical used in the production of ecstasy.
This is only a preliminary sort of exam, so we'll have to look into that further. So that was positive for MDMA.
There is now only one way to get a sample of the suspicious mass inside.
You want to drill it?
Officers will carefully drill and try to avoid causing too much damage to the statue.
Whatever's inside went down underneath that crease line there, so...
But getting through the outer layer turns out to be a lot tougher than anyone expected.
Pretty solid. Drill?
You haven't really gone through the outside, have you? Like
No.
This, no. Oh, you've tried to drill up here too, eh?
No.
Is that yours?
No. That's just me there.
It's unusual, isn't it?
More food. It's food that you didn't declare. You must say yes to food.
In quarantine, Officer Greg is still finding a large assortment of prohibited food in the luggage of a family arriving from Saudi Arabia.
Cheese, bread, spices, biscuits, tea, hot sauces, coffee, more cheese. Another dairy product. Nuts. It says on question number 7, do you have any nuts? And you said no. Do you understand? Okay. Something's leaking here. Honey.
Honey must be inspected on arrival in Australia to ensure it meets strict quarantine requirements.
This original honey. This from South Yemen.
This is homemade honey?
This honey.
Homemade.
Well, I take it from market, I don't know.
Yeah, well, you must declare bee products. It's a little bit clouded. it's not so clear honey, and you could have a risk. You must declare honey products. You must declare bee products. Sticky everywhere.
No, maybe I think for cooking, because this only in this one.
Yeah, but look what the card says. Are you carrying any food? Includes dried, it would include fresh, it would include cooked, uncooked, and preserved. Where does it say there, only cooked food?
Oh, I don't know, because sometimes only make no, I don't know why he does.
There is a good chance the family is facing a fine for not declaring all this prohibited food. But just as the passenger thought things couldn't get any worse.
Is this flammable?
A family is waiting anxiously while Customs and Border Protection drill a religious statue that they brought back from the Philippines. Officers are concerned about an unidentified mass that showed up on the X-ray, and they need a sample to test for narcotics.
What does it feel like when you put the drill?
Hollow.
Hollow? Yeah.
A narcotics test kit will be used to determine if the material inside contains any traces of illegal drugs.
It's hard to tell whether it's bits of the outside coating coming away. There's certainly flakes of something that's white coming out. It's just basically any colour changes as per the chart there. That's nothing. No, so that doesn't indicate that it's anything that we'd be interested in. So
the test indicates there are no narcotics present. The statues will be returned to the family.
So is there anything in there?
It looks like it might be like a paper mache. It's very hollow inside.
It's a newspaper, how they made it.
They put newspaper in there? Okay, and that's just for the weight?
No, just to keep the texture.
The shape of it. Okay.
Although there was a positive swab test for narcotics, after further testing, officers are satisfied that the statue did not conceal any illegal drugs.
We've investigated and we've found that there is nothing inside. It is just something to hold the statue together. It does look inconsistent on the X-ray, but we've tested it in every possible way we can, and there's nothing.
Everyone into the vehicles, let's do it.
On a remote vineyard in western New South Wales, 30 immigration officers and police have surrounded the workers' houses on a grape farm.
Morning. Morning. Speak English? Yep, my name's Damien. I'm from the Department of Immigration.
Okay.
Got a search warrant to search these premises. Okay, it's a search warrant. All right, team leaders, the warrant's been executed. Commence your search.
Immigration.
Open up, please.
You can start transporting them to the dining room.
Casey, for your info, it's been cleared.
The team finds workers from 5 countries living on the farm, most with student visas.
There's about 25 persons on this premises. Some initial intelligence gained from the clients indicates that as late as last week, there were 200 persons here. However, the pay and conditions were very poor and the contractor wasn't paying their wages, so they all departed.
Officers learned 2 of the remaining student visa holders may be in breach of their visa conditions.
We need to ask you some more questions about your student visa, okay? All right, and what you've been, your study history, okay?
Both men give their consent to be interviewed on site.
The grounds that I feel exist for the cancellation of your student visa are that you haven't held enrolment for a significant period of time and you haven't been studying for a significant period of time. Okay, so can you give me your reasons why, first of all, you haven't been studying?
He'd better have a good explanation or will risk having his visa revoked. At Sydney Airport, an Australian passport holder has caught the attention of officers.
He's come from Nigeria, he's spent a few weeks there, and then he's
transited through Dubai before he's come back to Australia, to Sydney, and he spent 2 days in Dubai before arriving back in Sydney. It is a little bit unusual for someone to spend 2 days in Dubai.
So when you went to Nigeria, you went by yourself? You didn't have friends leave the same time or anything?
No.
He's told officers that he's an athlete and that the 100-metre sprint is his specialty.
You just ran by yourself? Or?
Yeah, I run. I have a program that I'm training with.
Officers take a swab from his belongings to check for any traces of drugs. But at the bench, officers are questioning the man's suspicious travel movements via the Middle East.
Like usually you could just get a connecting flight straight from Nigeria straight back to Sydney. There's usually no need to spend 2 days in Dubai.
So what was he up to in Dubai? The immigration team inspecting the Menindee Lakes district has found 2 workers suspected to be in breach of their visa conditions.
We'll write down all of your responses and then we'll make a decision based on what you tell us.
Officers want to know why this man has a student visa, but he hasn't studied for over a year.
Actually, I came to Australia for wealth.
You came to Australia for work?
Not for work, wealth.
For
to earn some dollars here. Someone told me that this is the easy way to come from India. This is the student visa is the way to come to Australia.
Okay. So would you agree that in the last 12 months you haven't really made any efforts to gain enrolment? Yeah. Okay, so are you able to give me your reasons why you think your visa should not be cancelled? Why you think I shouldn't cancel your visa today?
I know that I have a good qualification, I'm a good man, so I know that my visa shouldn't be cancelled.
But being a good man may not be sufficient reason to allow him to keep his visa.
Okay, so now I just have to consider whether the grounds to cancel the visa outweigh the grounds not to cancel the visa.
A routine quarantine search through the bags of a family arriving from Saudi Arabia has uncovered a potentially disastrous item that should never have been carried on an aircraft.
Is this flammable?
What?
Is this flammable?
This for if you with fire, can you?
Yes, but if you touch fire on that, it explodes.
No.
Officers from Customs and Border Protection have now been called to deal with the situation.
But I found this. I'm not too sure this is flammable. Okay. He said it lights up and you. So it's a fuel, combustion fuel.
Is it for barbecue? You put on the barbecue?
So I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
And he had a couple of these as well in the hole, right next to each other.
Lighter, sir?
It's a lighter.
Yeah, how many of these do you have? How many? Just one? This was in your checked bag or in the plane? It was checked in?
It was in the hold luggage.
The hold luggage?
The hold luggage.
Not the cabin luggage.
Yeah.
I'll check on these two anyway.
Yep.
The items may be seized, and officers will check the Aviation Act to see if any action should be taken.
Which one's your card? Okay.
We'll be back soon.
Okay, thanks. He's just going to check on that. Okay.
Quarantine will also need to decide what to do about the large quantity of undeclared prohibited food.
But because you have food which is considered a quarantine risk for failing to declare and not being truthful, you gave me what I believe is a false answer. You said, I've got nothing to declare. So that you are paying a penalty fine of $220 today. Do you understand that?
I understand.
So there is a fine that you have to pay today of $220.
All passengers are comfortable with a bag search, but this elite sprinter seems to be taking it all in his stride. He's even a border security fan.
I would like to watch this show.
Officers have taken a swab of his belongings to check for traces of drugs.
All okay?
It's negative, but the concerns about his short stopover in Dubai remain. Officers decide to conduct a frisk search.
It's where an officer will run his hands over your body, just where you have clothes on. So I just need you to read both sides of this card, and so you understand your rights, and just let me know if you agree on it.
Okay.
You fine?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, this officer here will be conducting the frisk search.
Yeah.
Do you want it done in public or in private?
What do you have to do there? I want to know.
The card explains he will be running his hands over your body, just where you have clothes on.
Okay, no problem. We can do it here.
You here? Got it? All right. Got anything in your pockets you want to take out first and put on the counter for me, mate? Let me hold your hands out for me, thanks, mate. Sure, thank you.
At the Menindee Lakes Vineyard, officers have made a decision about this man's student visa.
The situation as it stands at the moment is that I'm not satisfied that the reasons that you've given me are strong enough for me not to cancel your visa today, okay? So I've cancelled your student visa because you've breached your visa condition.
Okay. The second man interviewed at the site also had his student visa cancelled.
The warrant execution went very smoothly. Officers got onto the property, had the whole place cordoned down before the clients realised that we were there, and identification of all the occupants of the property went very quickly.
Inspections at other properties in the district uncovered another 2 illegal non-citizens.
At this stage we plan to transfer them to a detention facility in Adelaide, and the clients will be re-interviewed again with respect to what further avenues they have at their disposal to resolve their status.
In Sydney, a body frisk is being conducted on this professional athlete. Officers are satisfied that he isn't concealing anything on the outside of his body, but they still suspect this passenger could be a drug courier.
Just going to go into an interview room. We just have a few more questions, inquiries that we'd like to make. So if you'd just like to accompany us to an interview room. We've just taken the passenger to the interview room just to ask him a few more questions and to see if he would consent to an internal search. Just from my experience, the answers that the passenger has given me are not quite satisfactory, and for that reason we're going to refer him on to the Australian Federal Police.
This US traveller has arrived in Brisbane for the start of his extreme sports holiday.
What more do you know about Australia?
The waves are good. I'm ready to get in the water, hopefully today. Other than that, a lot of my friends got a dirt bike track too. I'll be doing a lot of dirt biking and skateboarding.
But first, Customs and Border Protection officers want to question him after they notice some unusual behaviour.
So how long exactly are you going to be here for again?
22 days in Australia and 10 days in New Zealand.
As the questioning continues, the passenger admits that he has recently used marijuana.
So you say last time you used marijuana was about 3 days ago, is that right?
Yep.
You wouldn't have any remnants or anything in your pockets?
No, definitely not. I made sure of that.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I don't even know the last time I had it inside of a backpack or anything, you know?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
While the passenger has admitted to using drugs at home, officers need to make sure he hasn't brought any narcotics into the country.
So, are you the only person who uses this?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no possible chance that you would have accidentally left something in here?
I sure hope not.
Yeah, me too.
I really, really hope not.
Oh, we've got another hit for cocaine, so we'll just do further investigating into this one. It's cocaine.
Oh, man.
In Sydney immigration, a passenger and her 2 travelling companions have been detained for questioning about their stay in Australia.
She admitted to customs that she may be performing in a nightclub, and when customs looked at the visa that she held, it was a tourist visa, and they had concerns because on a tourist visa you are not allowed to work. Now, Angie, what is your reason for coming to Australia today?
I want to come to Australia for holiday because my boss give me a free ticket to come.
So your boss, who's your boss?
Max from Bali Joe.
And is that a nightclub, is it?
Yes, nightclub.
What do you do?
I'm a dancing and do cabaret show.
Cabaret shows? Your friends that you travelled with today, do they work for your boss as well?
Yeah.
So one of your friends that you're travelling with, he stated that you're here to perform.
No, I just be like a guest star.
Sharon compares notes with her colleagues and some damning evidence is revealed. The passengers have received a warning from a friend who's already in Australia.
They were all got texts on their phones from Tracy to say that if they were stopped by immigration, just to tell them they were on holiday. She's also here on a tourist visa, and it looks like she's working.
All passengers arriving in Australia must fill in the incoming passenger card truthfully and allow quarantine to determine if any items pose a biosecurity risk. Today in Melbourne, that's exactly what this family has done.
This group of people here, they had food that they declared. They had some salami and cheese, and whilst it was only a small amount, particularly with the salami, there's always a risk of foot and mouth disease. We're happy for them just to eat it here rather than destroy it.
We had some delicious salami from California, San Francisco, and we can't bring it in, so we're snacking it here before we go in.
We can't let it go.
This is great stuff, man. Seriously good salami.
Meanwhile, at the X-ray, something organic has been spotted in the bags of a passenger who hasn't declared anything.
Okay, sir, so is this you here?
Yes.
Is this your signature? Did you read these questions? Yes. Did you understand the questions?
Yeah.
Are you aware of everything that's inside the bag?
Yes.
Fantastic. What's this, sir?
That's a paste.
So, what do you do with it, sir?
Food stuff.
Food stuff. Okay, question 6 on your card. Read question 6 for me. Question 6 says any food includes dried food, fresh food, preserved food, cooked food, uncooked food. You said no? Why'd you say no, sir? Is this food? Food?
Yes.
Food? Food? So why'd you say no? See what else we can find in here. So this says whole wheat grain. Is that what's inside? We're going to find something else inside.
The package has been resealed and may not contain the same product written on the label.
Do you know what's inside them? You don't know. If you don't know what's in here, how do you fill this out? Honestly. But then when we open it up, we find something completely different. Because we look at this and consider this to be a concealment. Do you understand?
In Brisbane, officers are concerned this passenger could be trying to carry narcotics into the country.
We took a sample out of the backpack and it was positive for cocaine.
Drug use and misuse?
He's admitted to drug use. Well, I've asked him if he's carrying anything at all on him today or in his bags. He says no.
Once you've finished 100%, then we'll go ahead to the risk, okay?
Did you have any contact with cocaine before you got on the aircraft?
Like 6 days ago.
You definitely have nothing on you?
Definitely have nothing on me.
All right.
Officers need to know if he's ever been in trouble with the law.
I got probation for something, but...
Okay, so you were on probation then?
Yeah.
So you
I don't know if that falls under conviction.
So you did, well,
because they withhold adjudication, which means you're not truly convicted of it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Where did you get this?
I picked them up in LAX before I left.
Officer Michaels found 2 bottles of liqueur. Drug smugglers are always trying to find new ways to evade detection by Customs and Border Protection. Officers need to make sure the bottles of alcohol aren't concealing any drugs.
All right, we'll just wait and see what the next one comes back as.
Gotcha.
Hey, Jake.
Officers at Sydney's International Mail Centre are on the lookout for any attempts to smuggle prohibited items into the country.
Looks like there might be some sort of powder.
Yeah. Declared that there's some kind of drink powder. Definitely worth a look. Definitely the blocks. We've certainly had detections of similar consistency and of similar declarations, so certainly worth taking it one step further at this stage.
The box is first opened by Australia Post, so officers can inspect it further.
Okay, let's have a look.
So that'll be the dental gain that we saw off the X-ray image.
Definitely, yeah. It looks like it's commercially packaged.
These sealed packages of flavoured drink powder are the main items that the officers are interested in.
3 blackcurrant, 3 orange. I'll just grab one of these.
So that one is blackcurrant flavoured, is that right?
Yeah, this is the blackcurrant.
So we probably should be looking at some sort of purpley powder. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's not exactly what it should be.
This Indonesian cabaret performer and her companions say they're not in Australia to work, but a message from a friend tells a different story.
Tracy, she's the one that's been giving them the text message about immigration, but she's also here on a tourist visa, and we can confirm that she is working here and she's in the same type of work as Angie.
There's also another problem that was discovered during a search of Angie's baggage.
She admitted that she's transsexual, and when Angie was baggage searched, she had all her costumes, but she's still stating that she's not performing. So we're going to ring Max, who's their boss, and to see what he has to say about it. Hello, this is Department of Immigration at Sydney Airport. Can I talk to Max, please? Oh, hi, Max. Now, we are interviewing 3 passengers that say they work for you. So they do work for you? And what are they doing in Australia? Okay, so they're on holidays?
Max confirms the group's claims that they're not in Australia to work. But Officer Sharon still has questions regarding the text message.
Do you know a person called Tracy?
Yeah.
Tracy sent you a text message, and it said, if immigration stops you, tell them you're here on holiday. Why would she text you something like that?
Huh? Tracy?
Yeah. If your purpose in Australia...
But I not receive that message.
You did not receive that message?
We're actually vegans, but we just couldn't let it go.
This family has declared some cheese and salami, but as it is prohibited, they have decided to eat it rather than throw it away.
Nice and full. Great way to get into the country.
Meanwhile, a student has been caught with something undeclared hidden inside this packet.
It's like a sauce with lumpy vegetables in it. The fact that it's packed in a packet that says 100% whole wheat grain is not good. Is this cooked or uncooked food?
Oh, that's pickles, isn't it?
Yep. So is it being cooked?
I don't know how.
You don't know. So homemade pickles cannot come into Australia.
Carry them or?
You can't have them. They're prohibited, okay?
The student may be facing a fine for not declaring the food.
He's basically trying to conceal the food, which sort of tips me over the edge to want to fine the gentleman, but it's a prohibited product and it needs to be declared. So today, it's a $220 fine. Can you give me a reason why I shouldn't fine you today, sir? You've brought prohibited products?
Some of them are not mine. I get some from my friends.
Right.
The parents give
It doesn't
me.
actually say here, are you bringing food for other people? It says, are you bringing into Australia?
Should pay it.
Sorry?
I should pay it.
Yes, you have to pay today before you leave, or you elect to go to court.
I'll pay it. I'll pay it.
This passenger has had 3 positive cocaine readings from his belongings, and now he's admitted to being in trouble with the law back in the US.
Was that criminal convictions for the...
He said it was not a conviction. It was held up. It wasn't put through as a conviction.
The bag search has not revealed any illegal narcotics, so officers will test the passengers' bottles of liqueur, which also had traces of cocaine.
It's happened on a number of occasions that they've suspended drugs or narcotics into suspension. It may not even be alcohol, it could be a solvent that the cocaine is suspended in.
Officers will be using their street lab machine to test the liquid.
Currently it looks like Kahlua. Yeah, comes up negative.
He has confessed to recently using cocaine, which may explain the positive test results. But officers need to be certain there are no concealments in his luggage or on his body.
So we're going to put this all on the floor because we're going to have the dogs run all over your gear, and then we'll just get you to stand back.
Good boy, mate. Good boy.
If your intentions were to come to Australia for the purpose of a holiday, you wouldn't need a friend texting you to say, if immigration stops you, tell them you're here for a holiday, because that makes us think that you're here for other reasons.
Officers are aware that Angie's friend Tracy, who has been sending these messages, is working here illegally.
I've discovered that Tracy is linked to an escort agency, so we feel that there may be intentions for this passenger to do the same thing.
Basically, I just want to come here for holiday, and yes, I have friends here, but I don't care what they're doing here. Just want a holiday here.
Immigration hasn't made their final decision, but all 3 passengers have been served with a notice of intention to cancel their visas.
Okay, have you got a reply to the intention to cancel your visa?
This is my first holiday to overseas. When I come to Sydney for this moment, my first destination to come is for holiday. And about Tracy, I really don't know about that. I don't know about Tracy plan to work here. I don't know about that.
That's all. I'll take that into consideration before I make my decision about your visa. I'm going to stop the interview now.
Good boy, mate. Good boy.
This passenger has told officers he uses drugs, but denies knowingly bringing any with him to Australia. And now a detector dog has reacted to his baggage.
It was a good reaction. It was a full sit reaction, which means the dogs showed a lot of interest in the luggage. There's definitely some form of contamination there.
The passenger's bag is x-rayed for any concealment.
Yeah, that looks all fine.
Don't even see anything there.
Officers decide to conduct a frisk search to make certain there's nothing concealed on his body.
Now, as you said, you've made drug use submissions to us. Yes. Okay, we've got some iron scans ready. We've had a drug dog that's reacted to you. So what I need you to do is read the front and back of that.
I consent.
The frisk search is completed and nothing's found, which means this extreme action sportsman is free to go. And he only has one thing on his mind.
Surf within the hour. That's my goal.
Have fun, mate.
Thank you very much. See you, man.
That's interesting.
That's not exactly what it should be.
This suspicious-looking drink powder has just been discovered at Sydney's mail centre, and its unusual colour and consistency has raised officers' concerns.
With the drink powders, what I would expect would be a fine powder. Certainly, it wouldn't be the speckled effect that we have there.
So that almost looks granular to me.
Absolutely. Let's try one of these. I would be fairly confident that it would be the same. And once again, if it was the mango flavoured drink, then I would be confident that it would be orange. It certainly wouldn't be the pink and the yellow granules there.
It's not only the similar colour of the different flavoured packets that has raised Officer Jake's suspicions.
Okay, well this actually reminds me of something that we had very similar just a few days ago, if you can remember.
Yeah.
And same sort of concealment, same sort of product, the same handwriting. So we could be dealing with something a little bit bigger here. Now I think the next thing we need to do is actually test.
Let's confirm it.
Yeah, sure.
Officers decide to test the powder with the Hazmat ID, which can detect over 30,000 substances.
Hopefully that graph will match to something that is in the library of the system. And we can see from this graph that there is something else in here.
Immigration has determined that Angie has arrived in Australia to perform in nightclub cabaret shows, and this is a breach of her tourist visa conditions.
This is a notification of decision to cancel your visa, as you are no longer the holder of a visa. You have been refused immigration clearance and will be removed from Australia as an unlawful non-citizen.
I don't understand for what.
So that means you don't have a visa to enter Australia.
What's wrong?
It's the decision that we made. We weren't satisfied that you were here just for a purpose of a holiday, that you were here that you could be working.
I'm not working here, but
we think you have intentions to work, but you can't work on a tourist visa. It's in breach of your visa conditions.
How about my other friend?
They'll be going back with you. She was upset that the visa was cancelled. She couldn't understand why, and I tried to explain to her that there was not just one thing that we were concerned about. There was a few inconsistencies to their stories. I feel sorry for her, but she has to be aware that she has to have enough money. She has to have you don't bring all your performing costumes on a holiday.
At Sydney's International Mail Centre, officers have confirmed that these packages do not contain flavoured drinking powder.
As you can see here, we've got a good result for pseudoephedrine. So,
yep.
Pseudoephedrine we know is what they use to make ice. Okay, happy with that?
That's good. 99% confirmation, so that's as good as you're going to get on that kind of test.
Okay, so let's just get a total weight. Okay, so we're looking at 3.05 kilos, including packaging, so there's probably about 3 kilos.
Even 3 kilos,
yeah.
I'd say. For us, that's certainly a major detection. We have had similar ones in the past, and it certainly won't find its way onto the street, which is always good.